see that our special guest has joined us. So thank you, everyone, for joining us here today on Mighty Men Thursday. And we are back and I have our special guest. His name is Derrick Gibson. And I'm going to bring him to the stage so he can introduce himself to us. There we go. Adding you to the stage. Hey, Derrick, how you doing?
Good morning. I am doing well. Just sitting here listening to your show. It's very interesting. Getting a lot out of it. It was a lot of laughter in it also. It's funny the way you break some of it down. I love that. It's
Look,
entertaining.
thank you. I'm trying. It's like I got a new camera, so I'm not sure like what level I should have it at. I might take it down back to 720 because right now I have it at in 1080p, and I don't think the Wi-Fi is keeping up, if that makes any sense. So
Yeah,
I need to be right. I need to be hardwired into the internet. So we're practicing. I just want to make sure people have a good experience. But if you could please introduce yourself to our audience and let them know what you're doing in the community, where they can follow you, and then we'll just talk about a topic of your choice.
I just want to say good morning to your audience, yourself. My name is Derrick Gibson. I'm a former candidate and a current candidate for New York State Governor. I'm an activist out here fighting, a businessman, and I'm a staunch Republican, have been. I was raised as a conservative, and I pretty much just hang there because it makes sense to me, the things that is said and things that is being done. I am very strong, man. It said Strong Men Thursday. I'm very
Mighty Men
strong.
Thursday.
Yeah. We were speaking on that, me and the young man for Blacks from Trump on last night. Both of us was kind of speaking on that and laughing about a couple of things that is going on in the nation and how we are fighting back to take our rightful position in leadership roles to save this country.
Okay, good. And I'm so grateful that you are running for governor of New York. It's really time for a change. It's one of those things where I've seen parties in positions of power, and if it's not working for the people and the people are struggling, then there needs to be a change. Period. That's just how I
I
see it.
agree. I agree, and I never liked the two-party system. I basically like independent, but it's been ingrained into the system so long, you basically have to run as a Republican, Democrat, or so forth to try to get into office. But it's time out for all that. We just need to get the best candidate, the best person that fit the will of the people themselves. That's going to bring the will of the people forth, and not the will of a particular party. Like I said from the opening, I'm a staunch Republican, but I'm running as an independent because my experience with the New York State GOP was upside down, and I'm not going through that anymore. As you know, I don't know what some of y'all know that we don't have primaries. They got it fixed so we don't have primaries. So we let the GOP leader hand pick candidates, which goes through the county leader. They force them to get behind the candidate that they pick. So it's complete nonsense, and this is why we never get nothing done in our state, because of the two-party system, and we lose all the time.
Right. And it's interesting because as much as the Republicans kind of, I don't want to say poo-poo on New York State, they never really tried to run there, right? I mean, they've got a Democratic governor, they've got a Democratic mayor of the city of New York. Most of the people that serve on their councils, commissioners, committees are Democrat, but yet Republicans want to complain. I'm like, but why aren't you running anyone? That's the bigger question, right?
That is correct.
Where's the representation?
Right, that's correct, and I complain about that all the time. I'm like, this is why we lose all the time. But both parties is like a game. You join the game, and you have to come up through the ranks in order to do whatever. And as you notice, the Republican Party will not put money behind candidates. They let seats unopposed. They don't
Mm.
get nobody to run against the Democrats. There's just one party. To I myself, that's what I think, and that's how I feel. And many others feel the same way also. So and this is why we constantly lose as Republicans. We've been over to the Democrat side, the Democrat Party, and just let them have their way. The issue is New York City, where I live. The city, we got millions and millions, so we actually dictate what happens throughout the state of New York. And then we have not only that, we have illegal aliens voting in our elections. There's so much corruption going on, and no one has tackled it. So I'll be the first one to actually tackle this issue with the city itself by removing mayors, by removing attorney generals, prosecutors. The governor had the power to do all that. So I would be the one to come in and just clean the state of New York up completely, and I'll bring New York City back under the purview of the state itself.
Okay. And that's good. And those are things that, like I said, it's basic, right? You're really basically looking at the constituents out there that are suffering, and people are suffering, not just in New York, but in other liberal states, right? And as a governor, it's your job to ensure the safety of your people. I'm just saying. I don't want to say you're the last bastion. You're like the second bastion, right? And then the mayor of the city is like the first bastion. Like, okay, you've disseminated the money totally at the ground. Please protect your residents. Please don't allow other people to come into the city and take up resources that you told your residents that they didn't have, right? But you were able to give millions of dollars over here to someone else.
That is
It
correct.
happened.
Right, that's correct, and I speak on that a lot because, as you saw in House hearings, our mayor there, Eric Adams, admitted we spent over 7 billion on illegal aliens, while our citizens, our veterans, are just suffering, sleeping on the street. So, as governor, all that would be out the door. Our citizens would be uplifted. That is the taxpayers' money, and it should go to our citizens. There's no need for us to have one single citizen suffering and struggling unless they choose to do so themselves. We have got to make it so they have help out there. Everything come first. No illegal aliens. We are paying for our demise by funding housing, health care, schooling. It's just so much we are doing for illegal aliens, and we're giving our citizens the middle finger. And we can no longer tolerate that. It shouldn't have been tolerated in the beginning. We have the illegal aliens committing crime, and our police officers not allowed to put that in the doubt that they're illegal aliens. So it's insanity. And something else, if I become governor, the mayor of New York City, current mayor, he will be arrested along with many others. As you know, I'm a criminal justice major, former law enforcement, and I study all this. And these people must be held accountable, just like individual like myself and you. If we commit a crime, if we with a group of people and they commit crime, we're charged with accessory. So the New York City mayor should be tried for accessory to a crime. A young lady got burned up on the train. People done got raped because you want to keep these illegal aliens, criminal illegal aliens in our country, in our city. And you ask us to pay for that. And this is exactly where our money is going. So I have a lot on my plate. A lot of arrests will be made. I become governor on day one. I've studied it. I've put it together. It's going to be, I just got to clean it up. I can't say too much, but it's going to be cleaned up.
Oh, good. And I appreciate that. And see, that's what we need. I think a lot of these the Democrats on the Democratic Party, they keep wanting to throw out, well, we'll do this, and if you put us back in office, we can get that done. It's like, no, you've been in office and nothing's changed. It's gotten worse. And it's almost like you don't see what you're saying. We're going to completely gaslight you.
Right.
And we're going to
That's
continue to gaslight you as long as you allow us to, right?
right. Right.
It's horrible. But I know that you were in the chat earlier, and I said I was not trying to drag Jasmine Crockett. I was just trying to use her videos as a point of reference, right, to what she was talking about with the Fifth Amendment, that, the Supreme Court actually had a dissenting opinion on. And my argument is, how are we giving broad sweeping benefits of the Constitution to people that are not subject to the jurisdiction of the United States? That's really the question. And I just don't understand why our Supreme Court doesn't get that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a paralegal, I'm not an attorney.
Well,
And it's like,
they
go ahead.
misinterpret like a lot of people do. They misinterpret the meaning of that. The Constitution is not afforded to everybody in the world. Just because you break into this country, come you don't get our rights. It's been distorted. The Constitution been distorted for decades upon decades. So it's basically in the mindset of some of those justices that once you set feet on this soil, that you are afforded all those rights, and you're actually not afforded those rights. You broke into the country illegally, and
Mhm.
those rights is not afforded to you. You just simply need to be deported, come here the right way. But Jasmine Crockett, I mean, that little girl,
Be nice.
she acts like a little girl, and she's too hood. She's just, I don't know, she's insane, along with all the other Democrats that fight head and feet for these illegal aliens. We got thousands upon thousands of black men in America that's incarcerated. I'd never ever seen a Democrat run to the jail to try to get in and talk to them and see this. We have a lot of black men that has been put away, innocent people. Do you see Democrats fight for them? But look what they're doing. They're flying all out the country, El Salvador, fighting for illegal aliens. What is behind that? What is behind their agenda? And why
Yeah.
aren't they representing the American people themselves, such as us? I've been to jail myself. I've been jailed endlessly, and people lied on me. I got arrested. Nobody run to my rescue, and I was an upstanding guy in the community. Raised my children, took care of my family, but no Democrat run to my rescue. But these illegal aliens that murder, rob, steal, rape, they fighting for them. They risking their life going to jail for illegal aliens. So what's behind all of this? This is the question. What's behind, and why are we, as the black community, supporting Democrats? 95% of it. I don't get it. It's pure insanity.
Yeah. And you made a great point. Why are these federal officials, they're not, some of them are state officials, but these federal officials, supporting criminal behavior? They're supporting criminal behavior. There's no way getting around it. Okay. These people, to, Derek's point, they've been stopped. They've been found guilty. I mean, the one in particular that was, sent to El Salvador, to that prison, he is actually a citizen of El Salvador. Number one, he was deported more than once, okay, out of this country, found to have trafficked people. I mean, he committed crimes on this soil. Period. It was found
That's
out.
correct. That is
Period.
correct. And they fight. They want to bring him back, bring him back, bring him back. So what's behind that agenda? They know that they don't have the power to get in office or stay in office without illegal aliens. It's plain as simple as that. This is why all of them together come to fight, because they know without that they don't have a future in the Democratic Party. This is why they fight so hard for illegal aliens. And we, as black people, should never support a Democrat. And this is what our Save America rally is about: is to fight hard to keep them from getting the House, getting elected in the midterms. This is why we're going to cross the country with this rally. We're going to register voters. We're going to enlighten them what is actually going on through the Democratic Party and what is going on in the Rhino Republican area of the Republican Party also. So we're going to keep the pressure on both sides. But the money Democratic Party, I have absolutely nothing for them at all. We can fix the Republican Party with the rhinos by kicking them out, putting people up to run against them, and support them from wherever you at in America, so we can get, they say President Trump's agenda. I said, no, it's the American people agenda that elected President Trump. This is what we want ourselves to be done. And it seems like the rhinos is not hearing us, and they're not going to codify the things that President Trump is doing. So we got to bring this to attention all over the nation and let the people know, so we can save this country.
Yes, and just for those out there that may not know that acronym RHINO, it is Republican in name only. I know a lot of people hear it, but they really don't understand what the acronym is. And they're like, "You're just being mean." It's like, "No, they're not being
It's
mean. They're
time,
being truthful."
the doctor. It's time to be mean. It's no time to be nice anymore.
No, no, no. And this is what you were talking about, the Save America tour. And it's going to be June 21st here in Atlanta. I'm actually going to be one of the speakers with Derrick Gibson, and we're going to have Judge Joe Brown there. We may also have Roger Stone there, which will be very exciting, and a few other individuals that you may recognize their pictures. So if you guys are in the Atlanta area on June 21st, stay tuned. Please follow Derrick on X for more information. Okay, let me see. Derrick went away for a minute. It might be a connection issue, so we're going to wait for him to come back. But as he was saying, it's very unfortunate, and this is just me. It's unfortunate that the Democratic Party, that they have chosen to really support criminal activity. It's sad. You can't separate it, right? I mean, a lot of people would like to, but you can't really separate your support for criminals when you are flying to El Salvador and having margaritas with someone who wasn't just deported from our country once but twice. Okay. You cannot continue to support people who are out here overtly and wanting to um, keep um, criminals in our country. I mean, what's really going on? Right? And let me bring Derrick back up here to the stage. Okay, no problem. I also, I just brought up the flyer and I shared the flyer with everybody about Save America on June 21st. So I'm really hoping everybody can make it out that day and stay tuned for, definite times. But the date is going to be June 21st. And I'm looking forward to speaking at that event. But I wanted to know, was there any other topic that you wanted to bring up before, you leave us this morning on Mighty Men Thursday?
Well, it's so much going on in this nation. Excuse me, I do a lot behind the scenes to try to correct what is going on. President Trump's executive orders are being subverted. They're even holding training classes to tell the people how to subvert the executive order. I am referring to the Pentagon itself, so I'm working with that. You will see a huge change coming down in the Pentagon. And this is from generals, colonels, and all that is going to be fired. But not only that, I'm pushing hard for them to be held accountable. Someone has to be charged to send a message to the rest of them that we're not going to tolerate this. The president is the commander in chief, and his orders are to be followed. So I am working very hard in the background in the Pentagon, getting this taken care of. When you say swamp, y'all don't have an idea what the swamp really is. I mean, it is nasty. It is complete nasty and washed up. But we have got to keep the pressure on. It's not enough to say we got President Trump elected because he can't do it by himself. We're going to take every man, woman, all of us to get in the fight and fight. If not, we're going to lose this country. If we lose the midterms, President Trump will get absolutely nothing else done. This is why it is so important for the House Republicans to codify what executive orders and to charge these Democrats that has broken the law, to charge the Republicans that has broken the law, the U.S. Aid. As you see, they're trying to sweep that under the rug. We
Mm-hmm.
can't let that happen. Regardless of who was involved, Republicans or Democrat, they need to be charged. Trillions and trillions of dollars gone to people in other countries for nonsense. And as a black man, when I say, well, give us reparations, it's going to bankrupt the country. It's not going to bankrupt after seeing all the funds going here and there that Elon have exposed. If you gave it to actually the black,
Oops, you went out. Your audio went out, or maybe I can't hear it, but I can't. His audio stopped, y'all. I think it's me. Is it me? Is he back? Is he not? He's frozen. Okay, so I'm gonna remove Derrick from the stage and let his audio catch up. But yes, as to what he was saying, you know, yeah, yeah. I know a lot of people say, you're never going to get reparations. We can't afford it. And then some people say, well, your reparations has already been paid to the illegal citizens. We definitely can't afford it now. I'm like, we can afford it. There's a way to get it. I just need everybody to calm down. And we can do it without raising taxes. We actually can. There are many people out there smarter than me who have figured this out, and I appreciate them. I don't know if Derrick is going to try to join us again. I know that sometimes, we have connective issues. It is what it is. It is what it is with the internet, but I'm going to continue to fight to make sure that I can bring you guys the best programming that I can. With that, I'm going to take a short break. And on the other side, we will have closing remarks if Derrick comes back. If not, then we will continue with our closing remarks for today. And we are back. Thank you so much for joining us here on Unfiltered Vision News, where we are bringing you the news unfiltered 7 to 9 a.m. Monday through Friday, Eastern Standard Time. So we just had our guest on, the wonderful Derrick Gibson. I'm so glad he got to join us. And if you get a chance, please follow him on X at Gibson for NYS Gov, at Black Patriot NFT. That's at Black Patriot NFT. And so you can follow him there just to, contribute to his campaign. He is running for governor of New York. And we always talk about, well, who's going to run? Who's going to help us? Well, he's threw his name in the hat. But the only way he can get elected is if people get out there and vote for him. So he's going to need people to knock on doors, make phone calls, and do all those wonderful things. He did say he was going to run as independent. I'm hoping he might run with the Redemption Party. We will see. I won't hold him to that, but even if he doesn't, we're going to, as the Redemption Party, we're going to give him support, right? Because all candidates that want to do the right thing, the Redemption Party, as the Redemption Party, I should say, we want to get behind those candidates that want to do better for our country.